devil dropped the gavel on that little coastal town.
We'll never be able to understand how a father could kill a child, and I thank God for that.
Don't trust those shady lawyers with their greedy, lustful grins.
I also go to the crime scenes, and I also like to see the atmosphere outside the courthouse.
There never could be justice, and the struggle never ends.
True crime has really had an uptick since social media became so widespread.
Y'all got here at what time today?
3 a.m.
Riding down the road, trying to loosen my load. I got 7 men on my mind.
I mean, some of our road trips that we have are long.
You heard about the lonesome loser.
So everywhere we go, we try not to bring any of our problems with us. We leave them at home.
My name is Carolyn Dixon, and I live in Evans, Georgia.
My name is Mary Landrum. I live in Thompson, Georgia.
My dad was murdered. He owned a business. He was a locksmith. He owned Advanced Safe and Lock, and he was closing up for the night, and somebody came in and robbed him, and they got into a fight, and he tried to defend himself, and they shot him 3 times.
The person who they believe did this never was held responsible?
No.
Carried his name and his address and everything in my purse for a long time.
Why?
To be honest, I wanted revenge. At some point, I was that hurt that I thought I'm carrying this around, and one day I'm going to get the strength to do something. And I didn't. I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. And I tore up the name and I threw it away.
I was watching it on the news and TV and stuff because I watch the news every day. And then I started thinking, I wonder if we could go. So I called down at the courthouse and asked if anybody could come. And they're like, yeah. You know, it's just limited seating. And so I was like, you want to go?
Okay, y'all got here at what time today?
3 a.m.
I went 11 days, 11 times.
I don't remember how many days I went, but it was less.
I think you went like 7 or 8. But I do know that like we went up there like one day and then we're like, wow, that was so intense. I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow. So we would go to the store and buy clothes and stuff we would need, get a motel room, and I called my husband like, we're going to stay another night, you know, versus having to drive back home. So we went to Cato's and Walmart, bought clothes, and stayed another night. When it was on TV at home before I even decided to go that week prior, I ordered headphones so I could go to the grocery store and work, so I could listen to the trial and still be able to function in life because I was that addicted.
My name is Dr. Pamela Rutledge. I am a psychologist specializing in media. I have looked at all kinds of sort of motivational theories to try and understand what it is that appeals to people about true crime in general. True crime has really had an uptick since social media became so widespread, and it excites people in a number of different ways. One is that it's a mystery, and the human brain is really wired to be curious, wired to seek information, to offset any feelings of uncertainty, because uncertainty makes us uncomfortable. Because it's on social media, because people are talking about it, it creates sort of a community. So people get involved in the theories, sharing the theories, which actually increases their sense of belongingness to a group of people and also increases their emotional investment in the particular crime. And it's been shown in the research to be, especially for women, is that it is almost like a training manual of how to avoid crime.
It's the feeling. Most people, I think, that do this have had something happen to them. And this is their way and our way of seeing somebody get the justice that everybody deserves but doesn't always get.
Labor Day, 1996, there was a real estate agent here locally who was murdered. Accused was local attorney William Bill Lumpkin. Bill Lumpkin was married to my aunt. I remember Dad just saying, hey, you might need to help out with the kids. We don't know what's going on. certainly this has got to be a mistake. I remember just feeling so shocked. That was the beginning of an awful trauma in our family's life. We were trying to just be supportive and go down to the courthouse. I remember the first day that I went to the trial, I remember driving up and there was just people everywhere. There was news people. All I remember is thinking, I just need to get in that building. I didn't want to look at anybody. I'm Melissa Gordon. I'm a professional photographer. Sometimes I'll take a break and I'll pop over to social media if I hear a message pop through. And I saw my friend Hope was doing a live from the Murdaugh trial.
Next time, I probably would say we need to leave even earlier.
And I'm like, oh yeah, that darn trial in South Carolina, that lawyer. So we start watching it, and she's like, you know, it's right down the road. It's literally a couple hours down the road. I'm like, you think we could get in?
Hi, Lindy girl, I love you. Hey, girl. Hey, you ready?
While we're there, we're thinking about doing like a book of the Low Country and, you know, some photos, a coffee table book or something, I don't know.
So you won't get in till they get back from Moselle.
Everybody was just so interested in wanting to know what happened to Maggie and Paul. There was excitement.
10:30 to 11, they would be there. We all showed up early regardless, expecting to wait 6 hours.
I think that's what resonated with me the first time I was in Colleton County in that courtroom. And I walked in and there was the Murdaugh family right in front of me. And I remember looking at them and feeling empathy. The Murdaughs would look right directly at you. They would make eye contact. But I still felt the empathy, especially for Buster. What really tied things together from Bill Lumpkin's trial to Alex's trial personally for me was being able to go there, being empathetic toward that family in a way that I don't know how many people there were doing. My heart broke for them.